Sometimes, God speaks not in thunder, but in friendships, laughter, and the quiet pull of purpose. Dear Professor, I write to you not just as a former student, but as someone who found clarity when the road seemed uncertain. My name is Casper. We met through a common friend, during a time when I was on a discernment break from the seminary. My family, deeply rooted in Catholic traditions, made the church the center of our lives. I can still hear my mother's soft voice leading the novena every night in our home. Sundays were sacred. No matter the weather, we were dressed and ready to attend Mass, seated in the same pews, our eyes on the altar, our hearts turned toward heaven. The bell tower, tall and unwavering, watched over us like a shepherd in stone. I would look up at it as a child and imagine myself inside the church below, not seated among the crowd, but standing before them, delivering sermons, speaking words that touch souls. That dream was simple, yet powerful. I thought it was God's whisper. That was why I entered the seminary. But things change. Time passed, and questions began to rise louder than prayers. Was I really called? Or was I just following the expectations of a faithful family? Was my dream mine, or theirs? That's when the seminary allowed me a break. A chance to breathe, to think, to wander, not away from God, but towards truth. And then, I met you. At first, I thought it was just another chapter of my journey outside. But you, and the others I met during that time, reminded me of something I had forgotten. In your presence, I saw people who lived with purpose, who smiled not just from their lips but from the heart. We shared conversations that turned into confessions. You didn't preach, but your lives became living sermons. Suddenly, I began to feel the stirrings again. Not guilt. Not obligation. But calling, a soft, steady voice that returned to me in laughter, in silence, in the way you all looked at the world with kindness and sincerity. I chose to return. Back to the seminary. Back to my calling. But this time, with no doubts. This time, I wasn't just a boy in a robe. I was a man who had stepped out into the world, seen it, felt it, and realized that my voice still belonged to the pulpit. Professor, what I learned from this journey is that vocation is not always a straight line. Sometimes we must walk away from what we thought we wanted in order to return with deeper conviction. I am thankful for the break, not as an escape, but as a grace. To other young people who might feel lost, or unsure, or afraid to pause, I say this: it is okay to question. It is okay to step back. What matters is that you keep listening, to the world, to your heart, and to the still, small voice that never stops calling you home. I don't know what tomorrow holds. But today, I walk forward, not alone, not unsure, but renewed.